I'm supposed to have somebody assisting me, but it's a free class. So if I'm getting somebody to assist, I have to pay. All right. So today's class is about spreadsheets, and just bear with me. I want to share a picture with us for you to see the label, because I labeled it so that you can see what I'm talking about before we start doing the practical class. Where are you? Where are you? Where you at? Where you at? Before you see. So if you are just joining, you're welcome. We've moved a bit ahead. So we're currently speaking about spreadsheets. Pardon me, please. I'm just about to share picture. Uh, where you at? Is this it? No, no, it's not. Okay, I think it's this. Fine. I don't know. Maybe it's because of the rain. My network is dragging, like dragging, and it's annoying. Oof. It's really, really slow. Uh, Sorry, my network is really, really slow. Yeah, it's really dragging and it's pissing me off. All right, I'm there. Let me share this, please. Let me share this. You're welcome. For those just joining, you're welcome. Yeah. So I've started sharing the screen. Just let me know if you can see it. Is a slide I'm sharing currently. I'm sharing a slide. Okay, so I will maximize it. So this is actually the part I'm trying to show you, the part of the spreadsheet. Let me just maximize so that you can see it wide. Okay, now, so the first thing is, how can I get to the spreadsheet? To get to the spreadsheet, everybody, I want you to go to your Gmail. If you have your Gmail open, if you have your Gmail open, go to, I don't want to show you because I've taught you, for those of you that have been in the class before now, I want you to go to the Google Apps, and go and select Sheets. I'll do it, but I want you to practicalize or implement what I've taught you so far. Go to your Gmail, go to Google Apps, and select Sheets. Now, if you've done it, give me thumbs up. If you've done it, give me thumbs up. Just to know that everything I've taught us so far is not a waste. All right, I have one person rather. I have people now giving me thumbs up. Okay, so for the benefit of those just joining, let me go and do it. Let me do it for them. Let me do it. Thank you for those that have done it. Let me share my screen again. Okay, well done, everybody. Okay, can you see my screen? Now, this is where I'm going. You see this 9, is it 9? I think it's 9 dots. If you can see my mouse, this 9 dots is what we call Google Apps. It's a menu to show you the apps that come with Google Workspace. So once you select it, you will see other tools, we call it apps or tools, and go and look for Sheets and select Sheets. So this is how to get there. This is how to get the app, the Google Sheet. There's another option, everybody. The other option is for you to just go on the tab, a new sheet or a new tab, and type sheets.new. Punch enter. It's going to give you a new sheet. Can you see? It's going to give you a new sheet. But if you use this one, it's going to come in as if, when you open your Google Words, when you open your Microsoft Word, when you open it and you open your Excel, it will give you option for your history of the itinerary or the repository of what you've done before, like I have here. But if you just want to go to a new sheet directly, all you need to just do is just to type, I'll type it again, sheets.new. Can somebody type it on the group chat for me? Sheets.new. Somebody should type it there for me so that people can reference it. Somebody should help me type it on the chat room, please. And somebody else should help me go and type it on the WhatsApp platform. Somebody should go and type it on the WhatsApp platform so that you can always remember that shortcut. Somebody should also help me to type it on the WhatsApp platform. All right, so that is it. You can just type sheets.new and it will just give you a new sheet. Oh shoot, call coming in. All right, so let me go back to this place. All right, let's just stay here. Now, what I shared with us before is just to give us a label of this interface. The label of this interface. So let me go and share that screen again, just to make it easy for you people, so that you can have a pictorial idea of what I'm talking about. Stop sharing and share again. Okay. Hope you can see my screen, everybody. So what do we have? Look at the interface, everybody. You see, now the first thing you see here is the spreadsheet title. Now this is where you give it a name. Now, from what I showed you before, which we're going to go back to, you will see it untitled. If you open it, if you type in sheets.new, you see it. Go and check your own. If you have opened yours now, and tell me, what can you see in this line, in this place that is labeled? Can somebody type it on the chat room for me? What can you see when you opened yours? What can you see? Type it on the chat room. What can you see if you have opened yours? I'm not seeing anyone chat. Okay, thank you so much. Untitled spreadsheet. All right. So what you need to do is, when we go back there, all you need to do is select that thing untitled spreadsheet, and you can rename it. You can rename that sheet. You can rename it. All right. So the next thing we have here is column letter. Now everything, all this alphabet you see here, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, blah, blah, blah. They are all columns, and they are given label to be in A, B, C, D. So like I have here now, if I want to make mention of this, I'll just column C. This is column C. This is column D. This is column E. And I'm intentionally saying this because when we start doing a bit of activity, we just telling me, I'll just tell you, oh, go to column C, go to column F. On column F, you see that, oh, so you need to know. All right. Now, the next thing is you'll see rows. Rows are labeled in numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's very long, very, very long. So they are labeled. So you have something like, I can just tell you, oh, go to row 8. No, go to row 15. So what I mean is this line, like this row. This is a row. This is a row. So the horizontal is row and the vertical is column. I'll say it again. The horizontal is row and the vertical is column. All right. Now, where the horizontal and the vertical meet, where they meet is called cell. Now, this here that you are seeing here, this cell with 1907.92 is active cell. I'll show you what I mean when we go to the interface. I'll show you what I mean. So now when the row and the column meet, they are anywhere they meet, they are cells. So what you have here, all of these are cells. all of these things, each of them like this. Anywhere you see where they meet, like this total is a cell. This guy here, 189.05 is a cell. Now, yes, it is a cell. Now, when they meet, they always have you have column row. So you see something like E7. Look at this now. Look at this active cell where they meet. E7. Now, when you come here, you see this here. Can you see this? See my mouse, everybody. You see E7. Can you see E7? If you can see E7, give me thumbs up, please. All right. So now that's where they meet. And that cell where my mouse will rest on is the active cell. They are all cells, but it will be active when when I move my mouse and select any cell I select becomes active cell. Any cell that you select becomes active cell. Now you see that box that I'm talking about here is called name box. Where you see its name, E7 is called name box. All right. Now you can have more than one sheet in a workbook. Now this is a workbook, but you can have more than one sheet. Like I have here, sheet 1, sheet 2. You can have sheet 3, sheet 4, sheet 5. All right. So you can have more than one sheet. Now, what you see here, where you see that FC, is what we call the formula bar. It's called the formula bar. And you can see on this bar that you have a formula there equals to sum from E2 to E6. All right. That's what you can see. Now, all you see, when you see file, when you see the file, edit, view, insert, and all that, they are called the menu. They are called the menu: file, edit, view, insert, format, data, tools, extension, help. They are called menu. All right. Now you see all where you are seeing the bold, the underline, the format setting is called the toolbar. The toolbar. See my hand moving around it. This bar you are seeing like this. Oh, I've moved this now. It's called the toolbar. All of this like this. They are called the toolbar. They are called the toolbar. All right. Now, there's more to it actually. Now let me just stop sharing and let's go on the worksheet itself so that we can see what I'm talking about. Let's put into practice what I've said so far. Let me stop sharing this and share. Let me share and let's go on the worksheet. Now, today's class is a bit technical, so you need to pay attention, guys. Please. For some of you, spreadsheets, you're afraid of it, but it's nothing hard. It's something very simple. It's not hard at all. All right. So now let me talk about what I've been talking about since. Now, I said that this column is column B. Can you see? I just selected the column. I just selected column B. Everybody. Now, this is column B. Am I sharing my screen? Can you see my screen, everybody? Am I sharing my screen?
Yes.
Okay, can you see the spreadsheet, please? You can unmute your mic. Okay, you can see it. Thank you. All right, so let me proceed. Now, like I said earlier in the previous slide, this is column. These are columns. Look at them. They are all columns. And by selecting the alphabet, you select the entire column. By selecting the alphabet, you select the entire column. Like I'm doing right now. I'm selecting the entire column. I can select more than one, and I can drag and shift the column. So if you want to select more than one, you need to hold on your shift key and your forward arrow. Now on your keyboard, you have 4 arrows, one pointing up, another one down, one to the left, another one to the right. When you hold on the shift key, you can use that to select multiple columns. All right, like I'm doing right now. All right. Now let's go to rows. When I select, these are rows, everybody, these are rows. See, by selecting the number, it will select the entire row. And the same way, if I hold on the shift key and the down arrow button, I can select more than one rows. If you are with me so far, so good, give me thumbs up. I'm taking it bit by bit. All right, thank you. Let's proceed. Remember, I spoke about something we call active cell, right? All of these things you are seeing here on the screen, they are all cells. All of them here, they are cells. But what makes a cell active is when I select that cell. Boom. You see this cell I selected here? Now, who can tell me what is the name of this cell? Somebody should put it. Okay, somebody, Grace, unmute your microphone. What is the name of this cell? You raised your hand just now.
Active cell.
Is active cell. Now, but what is it? What is it in respect to rows and column? In rows and column, somebody just type D3. Go, everybody, go to the chat room. People are typing D3. Are they correct? Are they correct? Is active cell, that cell I selected it as active cell, is it actually D3? Are you sure?
Yes,
I
it
think it's
is.
D7. No, I think it's
Yes, it is
D7.
D3.
I think it's Papi D. All right, we are all correct, guys. It's actually D3. Yes, we are D3. It's D3. Remember, I told you something like I called this place. Who can tell me what did I call this place here that my mouse is moving around? Uh-oh. I've already given you guys answer. Who can unmute his or mic to tell me what I call this area here? What was the name I called it?
Name box.
Name box. Thank you so much. Can you help me clap for her, please? It's actually called name box. Now, if I leave my mouse on it, it's going to tell me. Can you see? It's telling me it's actually the name box. All right. Now, it's from the name box. You can quickly know the active cell. All right. Now, you can actually calculate it yourself. How will I calculate it? If I look at this, look at the column that it fall on. It fall on D, right? If I go to the row it falls on what? 3. So the naming configuration is column row. The column is D, the row is 3. All right. So that is why it is D3. All right. Are we together? I believe yes, we are together. All right. Now, I want to do something tricky and I want somebody to tell me, what if I do like this? What is this called? What is this called?
A range?
Anyone? Range. Thank you. Now, when you select one cell, is active cell. But when you select more than one cell, when you highlight, let me use the right word. When you highlight more than one cell, it becomes a range. Can everybody type in on the chat room? Type range on the tap room. Type it on the chat room. Range. Range. I'll say it again. When you select more than one cell, it becomes range. All right. So now you know the difference between a cell and a range, because in the course of you working with it, you will have to select more than one cell, and that is what we call range. So far, so good. I hope I'm not too fast. For those of you that this is very new to you, I hope you are still learning. If you are still learning, type on the chat room, say yes, so that I can, is either take it slower. I hope I'm not too fast. All right, we are learning. Awesome. Awesome. Very good. All right, now that you heard, now remember I told you, you see this bar here? My mouse is hovering around the bar. It's called toolbar. And the reason why it's called toolbar is because it's the tool that you use to format your cell. Let me do something. Let me type my name, Paul. Okay, let's make it more. All right, so now the cell you the cell you select becomes active, and when it becomes active, you'll be able to format the cell. For instance, if I'm doing something we call data entry, if I have a business and I'm typing in the products. I want to type in the product. So for instance, let's say this is serial number. So when I select it, it becomes active. And when it becomes active, I can then type or edit it. Let's type this one. Let's type it products. Now let's type this one. Let's go item. And let's type this one. Let's say amount. Okay. Now let's type 1, 2. Now there's a shortcut to this, guys. For those of you using your laptop. Now, instead of me typing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's a shortcut to it, guys. I will just type 1 to 2. Let me delete this one. I will type 1 to 2 and highlight it. How do you highlight, guys? If you are using your mouse, you use you left click and drag. I'll do it again. Left click. Now don't go and drag like this. So be careful with your dragging. Left click and drag. So that's the way you highlight. If you don't want to use your mouse, you can use the keypad. Hold on the shift key and use the arrow down button. Since I'm highlighting downward, I want to ask a question. If I want to highlight upward, somebody should unmute use your mic. Which of the arrow key will I use? If I want to highlight upward, which of the arrow keys will I use? Somebody should unmute use your mic, please. Help us out here. Anyone? Yes, unmute your mic. Just unmute your mic.
Shift
Okay,
then arrow up.
Shift then arrow up. Uduma, you wanted to say something, please. Proceed, please.
yeah, I want to say, because I just tried it on my system. So what she said is the same thing. Shift and arrow up.
Okay. Now, these things I'm telling you guys is what we call shortcuts. Shift plus arrow up. I just typed it on the chat room. Now, so there are shortcuts. Sometimes you may not necessarily use your mouse. You will just use your keypad to do that. Thank you for helping us out. So I'm going to use down arrow. Now, once I'm done, guys, now you will see one small spot, circle spot. Can you all see that circle spot? That dot there. All right. Now, when I leave my mouse on it, look at it. Now, when you are using spreadsheets, your mouse will change, often changes. Look at it. My mouse right now is pointing, right? Pointer. But when I move the mouse directly and I leave the mouse under that dot, my mouse will change to a cross sign. Can you see it? A plus sign. Can you see that plus sign? Once that happens, you then drag down gently. See what will happen, guys. See the magic. Voila. Look at it. Can you see? So I don't have to start typing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right. So that just happened automatically. All right. So now let's proceed. I want you people to begin to give me products. Just give me any product, random name, product, so that we can. What we are doing currently is what we call data entry. Now you have your own work. Maybe you're an entrepreneur and you are selling products. What you can do, you can take advantage of this. Put we call it inventory. Every of the product you are selling, you can type it and put it here. All right. So what you now do, you do record. Now, even if you write it in a book, At the end of the day, at the end of the work day, COB, you take that book and begin to ensure you have this data on the spreadsheet. I'll tell you what that will do for us very soon. So, guys, just be giving me random names so that I can type something down. You can unmute your mics. Random names. Everybody, let's go. We have 15 minutes left.
Kuli.
Kuli. Nice one. Kuli. Kuli. All right. Any other name? Any other thing? Just give me names.
Biscuits.
All right. I don't know if I type it correctly. Let's continue. Next. I know what to type, but I just want to make it interactive. That's why I'm asking people to give me names. Oh yeah, guys, time.
Oi. Ghetto.
Gary. Sugar, rice.
Gary. Sugar. Rice. Beans.
Looks like people are very hungry on this call.
Guess what? As I'm typing it, I'm so hungry right now.
Potato.
Semo.
Granuts.
Come on now.
Potato.
Potato. Guys. Potato. I just want I type it correctly. Don't mind my errors. I just want to type something. Somebody said what something else. Something. Okay, let me type laptop, mouse, phone. Okay, let me just stop there because of our time, guys. All right. So, for instance, now maybe in the course of me selling this item, I sold 5 for kuli, 7 for biscuits. Gary is actually in measure, but let's just assume is in measure. It's meant to be in measure. Let's just say 8, maybe 8 bags. Sugar, maybe packs, maybe 7 packs. Rice, maybe 10 bags. Beans, these ones they'll be in bags. Let's just say for 12, 2, 23. Just random value, 10, 9, let's say 50 for phone because it's very. All right, now maybe the amount you sold it is in, maybe I sold Gary, maybe 500 naira, biscuits, maybe 800 naira. So this one is per item. Okay. 500, 200, 600, 700. I'm just typing something random. Don't mind me, guys. 78. Okay, let's say this one is 1,000. Maybe the phone we sold for maybe let's say 100,000 naira. Okay. All right. Now there's something we call product. Sorry, is it product? When you multiply item times amount, what do we call it? Somebody help us on the platform. What do we call it? We have accountants on the platform, guys. I don't want to be. It's an interactive class. When you say item times 500, what should we call it? Cost? Should we call it cost? Somebody is raising hand. Please unmute your mic, please. Unmute your mic. Uduma, your hand is raised. Are you trying to say something? Okay, no. Thank you so much. Ini, thank you so much. Cost. Let's just say cost or price. Let's say cost.
So
okay.
For me, I would have said item would be like quantity, and where we have amount.
Quantity.
Yeah, where we have amount would be like price of each of those quantities, and then the other one can be like the amount or the total amount, something like that.
Total amount. Awesome. Thank you so much. Good. Right. Okay. So here we have it, guys. Now, I'm intentionally doing this so that it's a it's not just one-sided. I want us to share ideas together. Now that we have it, guys. Now the next thing is, how will I multiply the quantity times the price? Am I supposed to use my calculator to type it? No. That's the advantage of using a spreadsheet. Now we're about to use, we want to go a bit high. Now what we've done so far is just data entry. Now what am I supposed to do? Anytime you want to do a function, you want to do anything function. Now when I mean function is, you want to multiply. You want to multiply, you want to divide, you want to subtract. You will first type equal sign. You need to use the equal sign. Are we together now? Now, automatically see what spreadsheet has done for me. With the help of AI, it's quite intuitive. It's already telling me, oh, it's seeing that I want to multiply the quantity with the price. And that's why it's showing me there. So it's telling me to just do tab and it will give me the answer. But for those of you, maybe your own is not up to date, what I've done is, all you need to just do equal sign, select the quantity. Now, when we want to use the multiplication sign, we don't use X, guys. We don't use X. Don't go and use X like we always write on our notepad when we are doing mathematics, please. Now, you hold on your shift key and select your 8, the key 8, the keyboard. There is a key 8, number 8. Number 8. It will give you the asterisk. The asterisk is the multiplication sign that we're going to use. All right. Then I go and select the price. Then I select enter, or boom, I punch enter. Now, because it's also intuitive, it's telling me that, oh, it's seeing that this thing, I can auto fill it without me doing it one by one. Can you see? It's giving me suggestion. Can you see how this thing is making work easy for me? Now, if I like the suggestion, I will just select, yes, I like it. Continue. Can you see? And it has solved it for me. However, now, if you don't have that on your own, you can still do it this way. Remember what we did here when we wanted to get this to fill in the same way you're going to do here. Move your mouse to that dot there. Can you see that dot? And let it change to a plus sign and drag down. Automatically, it's going to answer the rest of the question. Now, if you have been learning something so far, give me thumbs up. I'm taking it very slowly because so that after this class, we can all go and use it. That's why I'm speaking so slowly and I'm taking it very slowly. All right. All right now. Good. I'm happy we are learning. Now, the next thing is this. Personally, for me, I don't like the way this thing is not looking fancy for me. So I'm going to be doing a bit of formatting on what I've done. I want to format it. I want to make it look a bit fine. Now, with the use of this toolbar that we have here, with the use of this toolbar, I'm going to format the entire thing. Now, how will I start? The first thing is this. Now, I can select all of this table, all of this thing I've done. I can select it like this. All right. All right. Another thing is this, guys. What we've done so far is called table. What we have done so far is called table. So when we have this, it's called table. Remember, I spoke about cell. I spoke about range. And what we've done so far, all of this thing is called table. All of this thing we've done so far is called table. We have cell, we have range, and we have table. So this is called table. Are we together? Are we together? Just give me thumbs up if you are still together. It's called table. Now, I want this table now. Now, I can select the entire table by dragging. Take note, guys. Make sure you drag to where you want the data or you want to format. What I'm saying that is this. You notice that I'm not dragging empty columns. Now, I just drag the empty column. I just drag F into it, but I don't want F to be inside. All I want is just for it to get to E and for it to stop at row 23. Now, I can do this, and there's another shortcut to it. The shortcut is this. Select just the first line, the first one, which is the edge of the first of your table, and try Control T. Pardon me. Oh, it's not working. Sorry. You hold on your shift key. Pardon me. You hold on your shift key, and look at it, guys, and use the arrow key. Look at it. Hold on your shift, control, and press the forward arrow key. It will select the entire row. With that control and shift held down, press the down arrow. It has selected all. That is one shortcut. Another shortcut is Control A for it to select the entire table. All right. Can somebody please help me type on the chat room? Type Control plus A. Control plus A on the chat room, please. Control plus A. Oh, my time is fast spent. Now, once you've done that, now let's start formatting. I want border. As it is right now, we don't have borders. We don't have border lines on this table, but I want border line. So I'll say Control All and look at just on your toolbar. Just continue to check one by one. You will see where you see. Can you see borders? I'll select it, borders. Now I want the first one, all borders. Can you see now, guys? It has borders now. Now let me go and select it again. Now guess what? If you select this active cell, look at this cell, and I say Control All, it's going to select the entire sheet. But that's not what I want, guys. Make sure you select from the table before you do Control All. I'll repeat myself. If look at it, I'm selecting, my active cell is currently on H9. If I do Control A, see, it selected the entire sheet. But that is not what I want. I just want it to select just the table alone. So you select and you make sure your active cell is on the first of the first row, the first row, or the first row and the first column of the table, and do Control A, and you have it selected. I'm saying that because some of you may start having issue with that. Now the next thing I want to do is this. I want this first row to be bold. Look at it. The shortcut is Control B. However, I can still go to my toolbar here and say bold. Can you all see? Can you all see? Give me thumbs up. You can see it, please. I have 2 minutes left. Now, the next thing to do is this. Look at what I've done so far. You will notice that it's looking beautiful, right? It's looking good. I'm not done. I noticed that, in this, my row A, there's so much space. In my my column A, there's so much space. In my column C, there's so much space. I want it to be compact. What will I do? I'll select the entire, or you go to each of them. Look at it, everybody. Go to each of them. By the time you move your mouse beside the row, the column, you see something happening there. You see you notice that the mouse has changed. All you need to do is double tap it and it will shift it. It will adjust it. Can you see? It's adjusting it. Can you see? Can you see? All right. This is how I want it. The next thing is this. I still want the first row to have color. I don't like it. I want it to have color. For some of you, maybe you have your label, you have your, maybe your color, your brand has a color. You can decide to give it a color. Personally, for me, I like blue. I'll use the toolbox again. Look at it. Fill color. Can you see? Fill color. I'll select it, and I'll say, no, I want it to be blue. And yeah, I don't want that black. I don't want the text to be black. Come here again. Look at it. Text color. Select it, and I want it to be white. Can you see what is happening now? It's looking beautiful, guys. Is it not? If it's looking beautiful, give me a love sign, a love reaction. If it's looking beautiful, give me love reaction. All right. So what I'm doing is called formatting, guys. What I'm doing so far is called formatting. But I may have to close now because it's already 8. But let's just finish this. Yeah. So that there will be a distance between the quantity and the price. Let me put, is it I put a naira sign or a dollar sign on the price and the quantity. So I will select it. Look at it. I'm selecting just the row, that range alone. I drag it down. Then I'll come to this. Can you see this place, guys? Format as currency. I'll select it. Can you see it's showing me in dollar sign? Can you see? So that there will be distinction between the quantity and the price and the amount. Are we together? I'm sure you're enjoying this thing. You're enjoying it, but I have to stop. All right, I have to stop. Now, the last thing I want to do is this, guys. Let me remove these ones. I don't need it. How do I delete? How do I delete rows that I don't want? Now, one thing you can do is either you select it this way and select delete on your keyboard. However, if I do that, you will notice that this is already formatted. It's telling me that this is already formatted. In other words, I don't want this entire thing at all. I don't want it. So what will I do? I'll select the row, not the cells, not the range. I've told you how to select. Then I will right click, and can you see the right click? When you right click, to give you menu. On the menu, you see cut, copy, paste, paste special, insert, delete row, and many more. So I can either delete the row or clear the row. So let's do clear the row. Let's see what will happen. Now, when I clear the row, it only cleared the content, right? It didn't delete it. Undo, Control Z. I taught you guys the last class. Undo is Control Z. That's the shortcut. But if you don't know, here it is there. These arrows you see here is undo and redo. Now I'm going to right click again for it to give me menu, but I want it delete. So I'll say delete row 13 to 23. Boom, I've deleted it. Now the same method I did is the way you will do for column as well. If you want to delete column, the same thing, right click and delete column. All right, let's continue. Now, at the end of it, I want to have what we call total amount. Total amount. So at the bottom here, I'm going to type something like this: total amount. And I want the total amount here. I want it here. Now, so we are going to use a formula. That formula is called, I've told you, anytime you are doing a function, you have to use the equal sign. Equals. Now look at it. Can you see that already? It's already intuitive, and it's telling me that, guy, it seems you want to sum from here to here. Now for me, I'll just do tab because he already knows what I want to do. But for some of us that may not have that on your own, you can do it. Just so equals. When you want to total something, you use the function, you use sum, not total. Don't type total, just type sum. Now, while you are typing it, it will be giving you the option as you can see here. All right. Then I'll just use my tab. Then it's in brackets. Then I'll go and highlight from where I want it. I want it to sum from here to here. Then I'll close the bracket and punch enter. All right. Now that I have this, what I'll then do is I'll bold the total. In short, I'll bold the two. So I'm sorry, guys, I have to stop the class now. But like I said, this is just a foundation class. And from what I've taught you guys, you can learn more and go and practice it. You can learn more and go and practice it. And let me tell you something fantastic about Google ecosystem. You see this thing? I can collaborate with somebody. What that means is I can be doing this and somebody else can be doing it with me to say, oh, Paul, I checked this thing. I noticed that the figure is not correct. And I need us to correct it. What I will do is I will share it. Can you see this? I will share it with that person. I will share it with that person. Here. Let me give you the title. Okay. Now, remember I told you, you can give it a title. All you need to just select here. And let's just say testing. Punch enter. The title has changed to testing. Now, I can share this with somebody. Then by copying it, I can share, or I'll select this. When I select share, I can type the address of the person that I want to allow for collaboration. I can type it in. For instance, let me type in Bemisola. Now, when I type in Bemisola, look at this option here, editor. I can make Bemisola an editor, or she will just have access to view it alone. She won't be able to do anything. All she will be able to do is just to view it. Or I can, I don't know what, for her to just comment alone. She can only comment. Commenting simply means to say, oh, I reviewed it. I noticed there is error somewhere. But she won't be able to format the content. That's what comment means. But when I make Bimisola editor, it simply means Bimisola will be able to make correction. So, for example, I made error. Now, Bimisola will be able to make correction on it. And I can then put a footnote to say, dear Bimisola, you have been given access to this document for your review. Best regard. Now, if I do save right now or send, Bimisola is going to get a mail on her mailbox telling her that, oh, you've been given access to review this thing. So from there, she can review it. Now, can you see where collaboration comes into play? Now, if you are a freelancer on the platform, like a virtual assistant in any way, now this is what we use most of the time to collaborate. So instead of me downloading it and then sending it to you, then you will now send it back to me. No. So you can have access to edit it where you are without me even sending this document to you. All I need to do, I'll just give you the link or give you access to it, and we'll be able to collaborate with it. All right. So let me just do send. And unfortunately, I don't know if Bimisola, my wife, is on the call. She will get the mail. But because of the time, I apologize. I've spent more than the expected time. All right. So I think I'm going to stop here. Let me give room for question, and we'll call it a day. If you've learned something tonight, just say something or clap or whatever you prefer to do. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Good evening, sir.
You have question. All right, ma.
Yes,
You
sir.
have question. All right.
Thank you for the lesson. It's been very explanatory. For somebody like me, I've done this spreadsheet before, but I've not really been using it, so I've forgotten a lot. I've forgotten it a lot. So, but what I just want to appeal is towards the end, the total, the grand total, the one
Yes.
down. I didn't quite get
Yeah.
it, so I don't know. Is there going to be like a review tomorrow?
Okay.
I got every other thing apart from when you got to
Except
the from
that.
the grand total. Yes,
To the
from the
grand,
grand,
to the ground,
the down one,
the ground
from
total.
that grand
Yeah, the
total.
grand total.
Yes,
Yeah.
to the collaborative and everything, because I was trying to figure out. I was busy trying to figure out the grand total, so I missed everything you were saying about the
Okay.
collaboration and all that. So
All right. All
I'm
right.
just
Okay.
appealing that if you can kind of do a short review
Yeah, tomorrow.
tomorrow, it would be
Okay.
appreciated.
No problem. No problem. I'll do that. And also, at the end of this 5 days session, I'm going to give you access, everybody access to this recording so that you can go and watch again and try and implement. All right.
All right, thank
So
you.
I'll give you access to it. All right. Any other questions before we call it a day? Any other question? All right. No further question. All right. Thank you, everybody, for
Sorry,
joining.
please. Do we need to
Ah,
save this? Do we need to save it? Or it will just
automatically, as it,
automatically save? Okay, all right.
it's automatically saved.
Okay, all right.
It's
All right, thank you.
automatically saved. All right. So
All right.
let me tell you where you access it. Look at it there. If I go back to my Google, you know, I told you when you come here, and you select sheets, you see every of your Google spreadsheets. You will
Okay,
see it there. Like
all
what
right.
we just did now. Can you see it? Testing. Can you see? Now, when you see something like this, when you see two people, when you see like this image of two people, this simply means that I have given access to people. Can you see it there? This
All right.
one now, I think I'm the only one that is using it. I'm the only one. This one, I'm collaborating with people on this one. So that's the meaning of that sign you see there. That means this document right now, I've given access to people to be able to make use of it. All right. Okay. Any other question? All right. No other questions. So now, on normal day, if I'm to be having this class with clients, I don't rush it. What I do is this: I wait for you. You go and do. Then I'll ask you, have you done it? Oh, you've done it. Then we'll continue. That's the normal way. That's how I teach my clients. But because of the, you know, we are pressed for time, we have very limited time. I don't have that time to hold on for you to implement before I continue. All right. But normally it's for me to do, because you can't be doing while I'm teaching. You won't get, because while I'm teaching, you'll be missing out. So what I will just tell you, just hold on. I teach you, then I hold on, you implement. All right. So that's how I do my class for my clients. All right. So thank you so much for your time. God bless you. We'll see you again tomorrow. Have a good night rest. I've noticed that people they are not responding to my messages. I said people to share their experience, share your testimonies, and also for you people to give me feedback. I've not gotten any from people. I think I only got for 2 people. I'll really appreciate if I can get feedback to get better. All right. Thank you, everyone. You can leave the class now. We are done. Thank you for your time. God bless you.